Welcome to LPB Racing. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and we hope you enjoy the content that you're about to see. LPB GT3 Sprint Series Round 1 Race 2 from Dubai Autodrome. Hi everyone and welcome back to LPB Racing. I am Bidster, your commentator, and we are here for the GT3 Sprint Series on Project Cars 2. This is race 2 here from Dubai, and let's take you through the grid for race 2 then. So random grid for this one, and Growley gets pole position then in the Porsche. Again, they're not really rendering in very well, these Porsches, but yeah, Growley on pole position with Darren right behind him in the red Mercedes. Then it is Neil Farmack in third, a good position for him, and then Nifty Dark Ninja in fourth, with Intrepid in fifth. We've got Blake in sixth place there, with Pash behind him in seventh. Woo Woo is back in eighth place. Bert is in ninth. We've got Bidster in 10th, and then we've got Twerdy back in 11th. So that's the grid for this one. So we're just at the end of the formation lap. Growley's taking control here of the pace, and it's a bit of a slower pace compared to most. And there the revs pick up, the lights are out now. Remember, they're overtaking before the start-finish line, and everyone's away well. Quite close packs here as we go across the line. Intrepid and Nifty and Blake almost 3 wide down towards the first corner already. So the first corner 3 wide further back. Nifty on the outside, Intrepid and Blake on the inside. Everyone gives each other racing room, and brilliantly done through the first corner by everyone there. As further back we've got Bert and Bidster together as well, and Bidster's on the inside of Bert further back as well. There's Twerdy at the back of the grid. Bidster goes in front of Bert over the curb. Now everyone now going into this section here. Got Growley in the lead, Neil Farmack in second place. Darren goes wide a bit further back as well, and out the corner we go. Growley still in the lead. There's Woo Woo in 7th place. Everyone else nice and neatly through the first few corners actually, so well done to everyone there. And at the back we've got Nifty. Oh, Nifty's gone to the back. Nifty's had a half spin. He's at the back of the grid, so not everyone through there cleanly, but unlucky for him. So Growley then leads the way down towards the hairpin, and everyone else quite close. We've got the 2 teammates there, Darren and Pash then being let through there by Darren. Darren slowing down there for some strange reason, so must be letting his teammate go through. There's Neil Farmack, 2nd place. Oh, Growley's lost it, and Neil Farmack runs into the back of him. He could not avoid him there. Growley goes round, and Growley's got to now wait for a gap to rejoin. And he's back there at the back of the pack. There's his teammate going through, and he now rejoins. But a miserable start again for the Porsches in this race. So, the team Growley Ninja not really off to the best start here. But Bidster's on the back of Blakeney, but Bert is on the back of Bidster. So Bert is pressuring Bidster now into position. Bidster defending slightly from him. Into the last complex of corners. Intrepid is up to 2nd place after all that was kicking off. So Neil Farmack's in the lead then, with Intrepid 2nd, with Pash in 3rd, Darren 4th, Woo Woo is in 5th, with Blake behind him in 6th, Bidster 7th, Bert 8th. So a good start for most people in this race as we go into the last corner and across the line to start lap 2 of this 10-lap race here at Dubai. We're at 1800 hours in the race. A bit of contact there between Bidster and Blake there, and Bert's going to take advantage now of the slowing Bidster onto the straight. A little bit of contact there as we go onto the straight, but I think we're okay. Bert and Bidster lean on each other. Just get rid of that so we can see. There they are into the corner. Bert on the inside, Bidster on the outside. Bidster keeping around the outside, giving him racing room as we go out the corner, very close together. Brilliant racing by these two, and Bidster just in front of Bert. Can he hold on around the outside? Yes, he's holding on. Tap the brakes as he steadies the car into the corner, and now he gets up into 7th place again. Bert back down to 8th, and now trying to put pressure on Blakeney. His bids there further out front. Neil Farmack in the lead of this race, pulling out a gap 1.8 seconds ahead of Pash. Then it's Intrepid, Darren, Woo Woo, Blake, and everyone else behind Bert, Twerdy as well. And it's just the 2 Porsches that are not on the back of this. So the Mercedes being the dominant car here of everyone's choice. Hopefully that'll change in the next few races. Hopefully people will choose different cars, we'll see. But Woo Woo then on the inside. Oh, everyone else constituting together. I think there's almost contact there. And Bidster comes across and hits Twerdy. Oh, Bidster very clumsy there. But he does wait for Twerdy there and he gets going. But that's not like Bidster, and Twerdy gets rid of a marker board in frustration. But Bidster, a rare error there from Bids rejoining. Doesn't usually do that, but we'll get that checked out in a replay later on. So Blakeney then out of the hairpin with Darren and Bert at either side of him. So he's got Darren in front, Bert behind. Bert trying to put the pressure on here. in the black and green Mercedes there, Twerdy's teammate. Into the braking zone, Blake down the inside of Darren. Whoa! Wow, I don't think that was an intended move. I think that was a bit of an outbraking, but all three get together on the exit of the corner. Darren gets the inside, Blake then, inevitable contact with Bert there. Gets a bit too optimistic, goes between the little cones there into where the pit lane is, and back down to 9th place goes Blake, and Bert and Darren together out the corner, still fighting for positions, and Bert goes through. Darren runs wide there, I think. So bit of action there. We'll get that clarified in replays later on for you. Meanwhile, further up front, Intrepid is under pressure from Woo Woo in 4th. So Intrepid then in 3rd place, Woo Woo in 4th, and Pash in 2nd, and Neil Farmack's pulling away from these lots. He's done a 57.4. That's on par with Bidster's pace from race 1. That really good. Oh, a bit of a track limits there from Neil Farmack, but we'll have to see if he gets punished for that. We'll have to watch out for that. So, spinner! Woo Woo's gone round! Woo Woo's gone round! I don't know whether that was contact or it was just on his own. I think that was probably on his own because the car looks in pretty good shape. So, Woo Woo then spins back down to 9th place, and we'll get a replay on that later on in the race at half distance. And Twerdy, meanwhile, has got Bidster all over the back of him. Now, so Bidster now wanting to try and get past Twerdy without incident this time. There's pulls out to overtake, pulling himself alongside the V8 noise of the Mercedes, drowning out Dubai here, and into the inside goes Bidster. Has a look at Darren as well, but he picks him off one at a time. Bidster then gets into 6th place with a good move there on Twerdy. Twerdy letting him go, and now Bidster's now right behind Darren. Darren now is the next target for him. He's up with him already. Into the corner, Bidster doesn't dart back to the inside, but Darren goes wide. Darren goes very wide and leaves the door wide open for Bidster. There you go, mate. Have the position on the house. So Darren goes really wide there. Let's Bidster through there, and yeah, more of a mistake there from Darren, but still made it nice and easy for Bids. And now Twerdy down the inside of Darren on the brakes. Oh, what a move from Twerdy from a bit far back, but still, he was clearly on the inside. He was clearly visible. Darren braked a bit early, and Twerdy goes straight through for 6th place. A good move there. And Darren now under pressure from Blake, and Blake having a look into the last corner, moves out, decides better of it. Remember, that's as much putting pressure on as it is actually going to have a look, but he doesn't get a good run out the corner either, so not really the best approach there from Blake. But Woo Woo behind in 9th, he'll be trying to catch up to these lot as well. So that 4 of 10 here, and Neil Farmack has got a 4-second lead over Pash. He's done a 58.4 last time round, so tyres probably getting a bit warm after that 57 he did. 59.5 for Pash in 2nd place. We've got Intrepid in 3rd with a 59.3. He's a little bit faster that time round than Pash, so might be able to close up to him. Bert there in 4th, and then we've got Bidster in 5th, trying to push hard to close in and drifting the car out the corner there. There's Twerdy with Darren and Blake behind. Blake a bit wide there, but again, that was wide and he lost time. That was a track limits, yes, but he went wide and he lost time, so he won't be punished for that. It's only if you're found to actually gain time where you're actually punished for it. If it was just a genuine mistake where you went wide, that's fair enough, but if you are deemed to be either repeatedly doing it or gaining an advantage from doing it, then you will get punished. So further back we've got Growly and Nifty Dark Ninja in the Porsches, looking rather sort of aerodynamically challenged, those two cars. But yeah, especially Nifty's at the minute. But yeah, they're not having the best race in this Porsche. I think they've tried a different setup for this race, and it's not really gone their way. So they've tried to make the car capable of keeping up with the Mercedes, but unfortunately, I think it was just down to a bad car choice for this one. And everyone else going for the Mercedes because it is the car to have around here, because it is a very stable car. And Twerdy with Darren alongside him, and Twerdy defending the inside from Darren, not wanting to let him go through. And Darren then looking for a way through on Twerdy. Will he go for the cut back here? No, they both go for quite a decent line through the corner. And meanwhile, Bidster trying to catch up to Bert there, but Bert's on a decent pace as it is anyway. So up to the line we go. Let's watch Twerdy and Darren. They've got Blake closing up to the back of these boys as well, and Woo Woo as well. So we'll watch the lap times this time round then. Bidster 57.9, Bidster's into the 57s again, so he's pushing hard, trying to catch up to Bert. There he is, he's trying to catch up to Bert there, so he's back on the move. But the battle on track is this one: Twerdy, Blake and Woo Woo, and Darren in the middle as well. All together as Blake goes a bit wide there out the corner, but he doesn't gain from it. Oh, he actually made a mistake, he's gone off, it's the wall. And Woo Woo then will go through for 8th place. So Wu goes through for 8th, and yep, he goes up into 8th, and he keeps holding position, just making sure he's not going to lose the car through there. And Blake now has got a bit more work to do, so he's fast in that car. He's just not quite got the consistency level of the people round him. So on to the straight we go. Right, whoa, we're on lap 5. We might as well get the first half of the race replays in for you now. Here's the replays of the first half of the race. Okay, here's the first of the replays then, looking at Nifty Dark Ninja on lap 1 to see what happened to him. So a little bit of contact with there with Blake out that corner, almost mirror to mirror. Now watching to this corner here, Nifty goes in, and with the loose setup, back end of it goes round. Blake does very well just to tap him and avoid him, but then just a little tap, but Nifty was already going round anyway, and then he recovers back in 11th. Okay, now here's a replay on board with Bert, looking on the lap 2 incident at the hairpin. So going down here, watch everyone's on the brakes, and Vince is a bit late, so is Bert. They both have to run wide and avoid things, and then we run wide, and then Darren there is on the outside. Blake gets going, Darren gets going, then into the next corner. We get quite close here, a little bit of contact almost with Blake on the way out, but then we all sort of tuck in and sort out ourselves. Just behind that was Twerdy, and watch what happens here with him and Bidster. So going into the corner, Bidster has to run wide there, then it somehow doesn't stick to the outside of the track. He comes across and hits Twerdy when Twerdy didn't have nowhere to go there. Bidster should have kept right to the outside there, but he actually stops and lets him go through there, but a bit silly there by Bidster, a bit of a bad judgment. And now here's a quick onboard run board with Bidster to have a look at what actually happens. So he goes wide there, and he should stick to the outside because there's cars coming around, but he goes straight back to the inside to try and undercut the rest, but Twerdy's there, and he ends up hitting Twerdy stupidly, and then lets him go through. And now here's an onboard with Blake. So this was just after the hairpin incident, so we're looking at Darren there. Behind us we've got Bert right behind us. Now into this corner it all gets very interesting, so we end up going 3 wide, and then it all ends up happening. So into the corner, Blake goes to the inside of Darren, straight to the inside, goes almost over the curb to try and give him room. So there's Darren, and then Bert comes up to the inside. Hello, welcome back. And then through the corner, Bert tries to carry his speed around the outside. Blake doesn't really get left with much room there, and ends up spinning out. So 3 into 1 guys just does not go. And now here's Bert's view from all that. So into the corner we go, Blake to the inside. He's right on the inside there, Darren in there, and then Bert thinks, right, switchback time, let's get him. And then a bit of a contact there with Blake. Then into the corner, there's a bit of contact there, 3 into 1 just doesn't go. Blake ends up spinning out, Bert keeps going, and then into this next corner, Darren's defending the inside, goes very, very, very wide off the track, and Bert then goes through to take 5th place. And now here's a look at something else on lap 3. Woo had a spin here on the long right-hander. Let's see how it happens. So into the corner, he's nowhere near Intrepid. He just spins on his own, clips the curb, then Brown goes to the front, and he's trying to recover it, but just too much speed, and then sensibly ends up waiting there while the rest come round. See there, the rest are coming round. There goes Blake, and then he gets going in a nice safe gap. So unlucky there for Woo. And now back to the race. And we come back from that, still past from Intrepid, 2nd and 3rd. Intrepid having a very good 3rd place here, very good race indeed for him. Bert 4th with Bidster trying to catch him up in 5th place, and he's visually catching him there, but we'll have to wait and see in the next few corners if he can catch him properly. There's Wu in 8th place with Darren and Twerdy just ahead. Darren and Twerdy quite close on track. Twerdy taking a lot of curb there, not the fastest way through the corner, but still quite a flamboyant way into the hairpin and out of it. We go into it and out of it there. Darren trying to catch up to him, but no, can't quite catch up yet. But Bidster's caught right back up to the back of Bert though. Bidster's right on the back of Bert. He's charging in this race. He's done a 57.9 last time round. Bert goes wide there, and now he's right behind Bert. He can't get the power on now, so he's just trying to find a way through. So he's used the time to try and catch up. And now while he's behind Bert, now he can let his tyres cool down a bit. Just try and take some racing lines, just try and be a bit easier on the front of the car, but he's not. He's trying to get around the corner and using them front tyres. Then really close on the straight now as we go down the straight together. Bidster's on the inside for the next corner, Bert on the outside. Half a car length between them into the corner. Burt trying to go around the outside of him then, trying to do what he did to him earlier. Burt round the outside of him then, and Bidster then leaves him room on the outside. Burt trying to go, trying to get round, but Bidster's keeping the inside line and goes through. And Burt tries to switch back to the opposite side, but I think Bidster's just going to hold on around the outside here. And over the curb we go, and yes, he does. He holds on and he gets 4th place. Can he get the car turned into the corner because it was a bit hot into there? Yes, he can. Dabs the brakes, gets the car stopped, and 4th place is his. Burt put up a really good fight there, but Bidster found a way through. Back to Twerdy, Darren and Woo. It is Darren still ahead of Woo for now, but Woo is really closing up. Woo looking for a way through. Woo is looking for a way through. That sounds good. But yeah, Woo looking for a way through there. And he's got a good run, actually. He's got a very good run. Will he go to the inside? Will Darren defend? Actually, on pace, actually. They're quite even. Not got that much of a draft. Down the inside he goes. Woo on the inside of Darren. Darren breaks late. And then just, yeah, he knows he's on his inside. And fairly goes through into 7th place. Darren then will try some kind of fight back. But Twerdy's made a mistake there as well. And Twerdy then is right in front of these boys now. So Woo then with the chance to attack Twerdy. But he's got to watch Darren for doing a counter-attack here. Through the hairpin we go, and out of it. Twerdy are a bit wide there. Twerdy quite wide out the corner. That'll not help him down the hill. Woo closes right up to the back of him. Will he have a go? Into the left-hander. He's trying to go up the inside. He's having a look. He's late on the brakes. Into the corner. Does he go too wide though? No. He gets the car turned in. A brilliant move there by Woo. Schooling Twerdy, and straight through, but Twerdy's going to look for a counter-attack here, but he goes over the curb. He has to lift because the car was bent a bit unstable. Darren now to the inside of Twerdy and goes wide. Twerdy goes straight back through on the inside. No, you don't. Darren goes straight through, carries too much speed, and Twerdy cuts back and gets the place back. So a good little battle there between everyone. Respectful racing room between all racers, and that's what we like to see here in LPB Racing. Let's have a check on the rest further up front then. So Neil Farmack with a 6.2 second lead over Pash in 2nd place. There's Pash. And then we've got Intrepid just behind Pash in 3rd position there. But his teammate Bidster is on the move trying to catch him here. So we'll have to see whether Bidster's got enough time left in this race to catch Intrepid and also try and get through. Twerdy and Woo still together. Twerdy's sticking to the back of Woo now, so he's going to probably try and use his pace to try and move himself up the field, because I think Woo's got the pace to try and catch Burt. We'll have to try and see if he's got the pace overall. The next lap will tell us the difference, because it will give us the lap time of what we need, which is the key to knowing what the pace between the two cars is. Meanwhile, Darren's gone back to 9th place, so I think a little spin there for Darren. He's gone back to 9th behind Blake, so Darren falls back to 9th place, and Blake goes through to 8th. So Intrepid there in 3rd place. Doing very well in this one, actually. Very good position. It's one of his best positions one of his best positions so far. Yeah, because obviously race 1 he didn't really manage to battle anyone. So he was sort of on his own really, but he's holding his own here in 3rd place. Good job here. And Pash isn't really any closer to catching Neil. I think Neil's actually, I dare say Neil's pulling away still, because it was 6.2 last time we checked, and now it's up to 6.6, 6.7 now. So Neil Farmack definitely pulling out the gap. Last lap time, here we go, across the line, 58.9 for Neil Farmack. Pash across the line. Let's check the lap time this time round for him. And it's a 59.3, so still losing 4/10 a lap. Intrepid with a 59.6, a few tenths off. Bidster with a 58 flat. So Bidster then he's catching up to the rest. He's 1.6 seconds faster than his teammate that time round. So we'll see if he can. At this pace, he should be on him by the end of this lap. So we'll see what happens later on in the race. But there's Woo. He's ahead of Twerdy. He's still trying to pull him up to the rest, but he's pulled a little gap on Twerdy now. There's 1.3, 1.4 seconds between the two. So let's have a look at the camera. There's Woo and there's Twerdy. So he's pulled out a good 1 second gap on him, and he's going to try and keep increasing that if he can, and try and catch up to Burt if he can. But Blake and Darren just across the line now. They've gone a bit further back, so Blake and Darren having a bit of a troubled last half of this race and not really getting anywhere. So Blake is just ahead of Darren, but the gap is still quite close. Neil Farmack now 7.5 seconds in front of Pash. I think Pash has actually made a little mistake there. That or Neil's just pulled that much of a gap. It's unreal. But there's Twerdy, there's Intrepid, and there's Bidster, the two teammates of the team Bidspid, because it's Intrepid and Bidster. So yep, so Bidspid is what they've tried to call their team. And through the corner we go. Bidster sliding the car out. Intrepid ahead. So Bidster is catching him up now. Will he attack his teammate, or will he be quite happy to settle for the 4th place? Will he battle with him? We'll have to see. The next few laps will be the key here. But the next few corners might be the key here, depending on how much pace Bidster's got over Intrepid. Into the corner we go. And braking. Intrepid takes a bit of an inside line. Bidster goes wide and tries to cut back for the inside and get a faster line out the corner. Same gap. Bidster then out the corner, and yep, same gap still, so he's still trying to keep the pressure on him. So Intrepid's not by no means got any slow pace around here. He really has got some good pace. Across the line, Niels has done a 158.6, 158.8 for Pash now, increasing the pace. 59.2 for Intrepid, faster than his faster than his last lap. But Bidster with a 157.6, probably the fastest lap of the race, that. So Bidster putting his foot down here, but now he's got his foot down, but he's got a car in his way, and more importantly, it's his teammate. Does he attack his teammate, or does he settle for 4th and let Intrepid have his first podium of the season? As Bidster won race 1, he's got some points in the bag, but does he want to try and get more points to try and close in on Neil? But we'll see how the race goes. Here we are, Intrepid still in front. Not looking like Bidster's going for a way through yet, just looks like they're running in unison for now. Doesn't look like he's trying to attack too much. Intrepid defending slightly into the corner, but might just be the difference in racing lines. At the corner we go, and down the straight, drafting each other. Further back we've still got Blake and Darren quite close, but Blake's pulled out a good second gap on Darren, so it's gone up to 1.6, 1.8 seconds now roughly. So the gap has increased there, but the battle on track to watch now is Intrepid versus Bidster, the two teammates. Intrepid feeling like he's defending, and Bidster looks like he might. Is he going for the move here? Is he going for the inside? No, he's not. I think he is trying to battle him here. This would be interesting if he does. As Intrepid goes wide, Bidster then on the inside. Bidster on the inside gets his foot down, can't quite do it now. So he is attacking him then. So he's choosing to lights on. Bidster's put the lights on. So he is attacking him. Lights are on now, trying to intimidate his teammates. So there's no team orders in this one. They are absolutely going for this. Bidster wants to get the place, and Intrepid wants to go through as the sun starts to set here at Dubai. That could be a reason for him to put his lights on, but I don't think that would be the actual reason, because they can still see quite well. So Bidster will be putting his lights on then to try and intimidate his teammate. The light shining off the back of that silver car in front of him, and onto the straight we go, drafting his way through. Drafting, pulls out. Can he get alongside enough before turn 1? Intrepid just giving him a bit of room that he needs into the first corner, and Bidster then goes through on the inside onto the last lap, and he goes through on the last lap at the first corner. Goes through. Does he hold on to the position? Yes, he does. He holds on to it, and he's drifting his way through the corner now. So he has got through past his teammate then. So now he'll be wanting to try and catch Pash, but even that gap will be too big for Bidster to pull in. So but yeah, I think the results are probably going to stay as they are, unless unless someone has a major off somewhere. But Bidster is pushing now, and he's away from Intrepid there. He's put half a second in over about 3 or 4 corners. So we'll see if Intrepid can keep with his teammate, but it looks like he might be set for a 4th place. Meanwhile, no, Woo Woo was disconnected from the race. I just realised while watching all that, Woo Woo was disconnected because look, we can't see his car. It's looking at the exit of the pit lane. So Woo Woo has disconnected from the race, which moves Nifty and Growly up a position, as well as Blake and Darren. So it moves a few people up some places there. So all change here. But Neil Farmack is now going down the straight, down towards the last section of track. He's 8 seconds in front of Pash, looking for a dominant victory here. Neil Farmack likes to flag almost in this race, and looking for a win here. Pash in second, Bidster's third at the minute. He's pushing to catch him. He's actually going to get quite close, but I don't think he's going to be close enough. Intrepid's going to be 4th after being robbed by his teammate for that next position. There's Blake in 7th, with Darren not far behind. But out the last corner on the last lap of the race, Neil Farmack is going to take the victory in race 2. Well done, Neil Farmack. He wins race 2. Good win for him and the team, and obviously makes up for Woo Woo's disconnection, I suppose. But unfortunate there not to get the team points in. But Pash in second is happy with that. Bidster's third. Intrepid robbed down to 4th place of it by his teammate. So 4th place for Intrepid. Bert is going to be 5th. Consistency for him. Well done, Bert. And then at the last corner, it's going to be, is that at the last corner? No, it's a bit further back. Bert and Darren are actually very close together on track. Into the last complex of corners we go. Blakeney versus Darren. Both cars looking a bit aerodynamically challenged at the front, but into the corner we go. Blake goes a little bit wide, but he gets the car back on the apex, so that could push him wide there. But Darren follows him and does the exact same line, so he can't gain anything. Goes onto the curb, he's going to watch the power now. And I think Blake's just done enough there to hold on to his 7th place. We'll see here into the last corner, round it and get the power on, and Blake is going to come home for 7th place here. Little weave across the line, 7th place for Blake. Darren goes back across the line in 8th position. And meanwhile, back here we've got the 2 Porsches running in unison, off the pace and very battered. Unfortunately, I don't think the setup was quite right that they tried. They tried the loose setup rather than the stable setup, and I don't think it worked out for them. They were trying to do something to increase the pace of the car, but obviously remember we have tuning setups off in all our races, so it's all down to the driver. So Nifty Dark Ninja takes 9th place, and Growley is going to be in 10th. So, after that then, we will take you now to the replays of the second half, followed by the results. Here's the replays of the second half of the race. Okay, now here's the replays of the second half, so watching now Darren and Blake into turn 1 on lap 7. Watch this as Darren goes out the corner here, goes onto the curb, loses control of the car, he's starting to spin, and Blake doesn't see what's happening really because he couldn't read the physics of the game very well, and then he ends up hitting Darren as well, and we'll get another angle on that on board with Blake. Okay, now here's the view on board with Blake, so watch here into the corner. Darren runs wide, hits the curb, loses the car, losing control of the car, it's starting to spin, but Blake's already committed to the line, he couldn't read what was happening in time and makes contact with him, and both drivers were okay with that. Darren was just making his own mistake and Blake was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and both drivers continue. That was the replays of the second half, and now we go to the results. So here are the results then of the race. Neil Farmack wins the race by 10 seconds from Pash in 2nd place. Well done to Neil there. Bidster in 3rd, climbing his way back up, and then it's 4th for Intrepid, for a good finish for him. 5th for Bert, Twiddy is in 6th, then it's 7th for Blake, Darren in 8th, and then Nifty and Growley, the 2 Porsches, rounding off the 9th and 10th positions. As you come back from that then, your winner there in the green car there is Neil Farmack. Well done to Neil Farmack, he wins the race, a good win for him. Unfortunately his teammate disconnected, so not quite the team points that they wanted, but Neil Farmack gets his driver's points nevertheless. And also I think he got fastest lap to boot as well, so good for him. So we will see you guys next time for race 3, and it will be a bit dark for that one, so we'll see you for race 3 guys. Take care. Thank you for watching another race by LPB Racing. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We really appreciate the extra likes and subscribes. And also next time it is going to be round 1 race 3 from Dubai, and it's rather dark for this next one.